Hello, Taurus. This is a general reading. This reading is for the 29th of March through the 29th of April. All right, Taurus. We are in a waning gibbous moon phase and we are getting ready for this last quarter moon phase, which means we're gearing up to close out this cycle, right? We're gearing up to close out this cycle. We're not carrying anybody else's emotional baggage from the past, family, whoever. We're not carrying anybody else's emotional baggage. This is the year of wealth. And so it's time to get it. So I'm talking to you wherever Taurus is in your birth chart. I believe that the moon is a waning gibbous moon right now in Scorpio moving into Sagittarius. You have the questions for both the moon in Scorpio and Sagittarius. And as we gear up for this 1st of April, that's when the last quarter moon is going to kick off. So put that in your calendar, your digital calendar for the digital link calendar and the digital journal. The links are below for those. Don't forget to pull your birth chart. We got a total solar eclipse coming up on April the 8th. You want to write that down because lunar eclipses are about letting go, while solar eclipses are about resetting, right? So you had an opportunity March 25th to kind of identify some family, ancestral, childhood traumas and start that process of releasing some things, like getting that healing and all of that. And also getting prepared for this reset. So solar eclipse is a time of rebirth, right? Just eclipse in general is a time of rebirth, right? But for solar eclipses to occur, which occurs a few times a year, that's where the sun, moon, and the earth are all aligned. So your sun sign, your moon sign is just as important as your sun sign, and your earth being your physical body are all aligned. So you've already had your feet in places where okay, this doesn't feel good. My body feels a certain kind of, you're already an earth sign, so you already got the advantage of, like, physically, I don't feel like this is a good space for me. Good romantic relationship, friendship, job, you already know. Family, certain family members, you want to be around them anymore. So you should already be good, like in terms of, by the time we get to this solar eclipse, you're like, okay, I already know what just doesn't feel good for me. So I'm not holding anybody else's emotional baggage. Enough is enough. Y'all are a very patient sign. This is the year we say, I've been patient and I'm not settling for less. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go, Taurus. Let's do it. We're going to try to keep it short and steady. First card out the deck, peace. Internal peace. I'm not carrying other people's toxicity. I'm not carrying that. Not my families. If you got to ask the question, who all is going to be over there? Guess what? You won't tell them, just miss me this year. Now, please just leave my name off the list. I won't be there. I can tell you that right now. If it's a bunch of chaos and confusion, I'm not with it. Nope. I can hold space for something else. So somebody is definitely operating in purpose and feeling, youthful and feeling like a good, just feeling like you're at a good space right now, leaving the past behind, the past secrets and who knows what about you and all. Hey, let them hold that bag. Some people, that's what they live by. They live by holding other people's secrets. They so bogged down, they can't even move through life because they're so busy trying to hold on to other people's secrets. You flying high as an eagle in the sky. Yes. All right, let's see what else we got going on. That's where your breakthrough is going to come in. And that's why somebody's just finally decided, hey, look, you got a guardian angel that's watching over you to keep you away from things that's trying to disrupt your temperament. And that's where your breakthrough comes in. Source had said, take the blindfolds off. Take the blindfolds off. Some things was passed down from mom's side of the family, dad's side of the family that kind of, they gave, I feel like somebody's parents, blessed you with a gift of having a big heart. You love deep, you love hard, but sometimes, they didn't tell you about the burden of having, staying in situations that could cut real deep. And so somebody's learning how to take the blindfolds off and recognize, okay, I don't have to carry my parents' burdens. Sometimes parents give this sense of, protection by staying together when it's just a bunch of chaos and confusion, a lot of Zorro, a lot of sword fighting going on. And that's what I'm seeing here in the cards. And so it's like, you don't have to be like that. You don't have to have kids if you don't want to. You don't have to get married if you don't want to. You don't have to, stay in situations until you get hit with a sword if you don't want to. And that could have been a burden that was passed down. So I feel like somebody's really, really at peace with themselves and just kind of sort of what you are deciding, and that's going to be a requirement for somebody too. Like whatever relationship somebody decides to get in, they like, okay, if I'm seeing a whole bunch of I'm seeing a bunch of chaos and confusion before I even meet the family, it's going to be a hard pass. It's going to be a hard pass because you already know that how patient you all are as a sign, right? So you like, that's a hard pass. I can already tell this not going to work. No, I'm good. That's the frequency that you all are going to be on. It's like, you know what, respectfully, I'm sure you're a nice person, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good. So I definitely feel like somebody is on a different frequency. Here we have the Sun card again. Also, another requirement for you moving forward is that people know why they're here on planet Earth. That's a big part of it right there. People don't know why they're here and they don't believe in themselves. Guess what? It's gonna be hard for them to believe in you. So you sitting here talking faith talk, Taurus. You're saying, oh, I can see myself doing this and this and this, and they operating in fear. They got to be blowtorched or hit with it. It's not. Woo, hold my mule. But for real, like, I mean, some people, it's sad because you just like, why won't they just cut certain people off? They've been holding on to that emotional baggage. But I'm telling y'all, listen, it's not that easy for real for some people. So you'll save yourself a whole lot of trouble on the back end if you just recognize it up front. Okay, let me clean out my closet. Let me flush out my stuff. Because before I get into another relationship, because I feel like somebody's going to be in a relationship, before I get into another relationship, I need to see this thing from the highest frequency. Am I going to be, and all sincere, is this person going to be, are their energy going to cause me to drink? Is this energy going to drive me to taking medication? Is this energy going to drive me to overeating? Is this energy going to, water my demons, like wake up demons in me? Like, what, first you got to recognize what your demons are for real. You got to recognize what your demons are just to see, hey, where did all this stuff come to? And it comes through family. It started in the family. I think a lot of people, if people were honest with themselves, looking at this right here, starting out, your sacral chakra is developed between the ages of 8 years old and 14 years old. If it was just a whole bunch of sword fight going on in your family, somebody is taking it back to the root and saying, okay, I need to see why I am the way that I am, because I'm not carrying anybody else's emotional baggage. Now, you may be holding space for a period of time, but if you're starting to see, okay, I'm starting to see a pattern of behavior where it's just a bunch of toxicity going on. Somebody gonna start paying attention to some stuff before you start having to say anything negative about people, because I see you moving towards a very peaceful existence. Some good news is coming across your path. You got some energy from your past, trying to pull on trying to pull. And these are energies that you would not go back to if you saw a pig, a pig with wings. You're like, I'm serious. I'm good. Right. So you're starting to, the more and more you move on from the depth of disappointment and you cut ties with certain energy, the easier things are starting to be. So your anxiety about some situations will be going away very soon. Yeah, they're going away very soon. So somebody's already started the forward movement, right? Everything is lining up perfectly for you. And here we also have the 7 of Cups and 7 of Swords. Source has been trying to tell somebody for the longest time to move on from certain types of energies for real, because you've already gone through enough pain. Anytime you tell people that you've lost loved ones, Taurus, that you're sad, or you could be dealing with some things and you confide in people and your heart is in the right place towards them and they still hurt you, that should be like, okay, God, you allowed this to happen for a reason. Have I become desensitized to my own pain? Have I gone through that much pain that I become the Judas in my own circle for real? Like if I'm standing there having an out of body experience, keep on watching people just stick sword. Woo. This is going to be an amazing year for a lot of people, Taurus, for real. Here we have the 3 of Cups. So I definitely feel like you're saying, okay, I'm not going to be a Judas in my own story anymore. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. That's not what planet is that happening on. I may have been desensitized to my own pain. And you got to remember, when people are in a zombified state, that's me, you, anybody, when you've gone to that level of hurt, you can't see who else you're hurting. You can't see that even if you to yourself in the workplace, you can be sitting in your cubicle not talking to anybody, how you could be hurting people. Just that energy that you're sending out to the universe. But somebody says, this is the year of peace. This is the year of peace and harmony within myself. I'm not carrying anybody else's, I'm not doing it injustice to myself anymore. So kudos and congratulations to you. This is where Source really wants you to sit on your throne. Like, for real, really sit on your throne and start thinking you're not doing any more injustice to yourself at all. No more. No mas, no mas. That's right. No mas. You're not doing any more injustices to yourself. You and Libra actually share the ruling planet Venus, right? And so I definitely feel like the enemy is trying to call you back to doing some kind of injustices to yourself. See, the thing about leaving your past behind, because we're looking at this moon card, which is sitting behind the sun card. First of all, you're saying I'm not doing any more injustice to myself. So I don't care if they find this frog hair. I don't care. I'm not carrying your emotional baggage. And that's not you. I don't joke about mental health at all on my channel, but for real, it's like, okay, if I'm seeing some things where people are still attached to the very energies that are who they say hurt them, family members, friends, job they can't stand or whatever, and they don't believe in themselves enough to say, I need to put one foot in front of the other, and I need to move on from some stuff, and I'm delivered from other people's opinions and all of this other stuff, then I need to go ahead and move on. I need to do myself a favor and say, I can already see this not going to work out. I can already see it. They don't believe in themselves. They don't know why they're here. I'm not carrying that burden, right? Because that's what people were carrying in the past. Other people's jealousy. They didn't believe in themselves, and you thinking I'm going to hang in there and I'm going to continue to be patient. So it's say, who told you to do that? Who? I need to know who told you to do that, right? So I definitely feel like you're going to feel very fortunate and very lucky, actually, moving forward, with your person. Just kind of like, okay, finally, here we have the Empress card. I finally recognize what it was. Like, I keep doing these injustices. So if you saw your parents, if you feel like one parent or both parents, they could have done better for themselves. Like, you know how you hear people say, I wish my parents would just go ahead and get a divorce because it's just so much chaos and confusion in the house. Or if you go, even if it wasn't your parents, let's say you went to an aunt and an uncle's house and it was always sword fighting in their house. Like, why are they still together? Like, why? They got all this chaos going on around the kids. Like, it just becomes normal. And so Source is saying some people feel like they got to hang in there for some stuff. I don't know. But here we have the Queen of Pentacles. Sources, they hold you in very high regard. And so don't give any more attention to, just toss some things into a burning bowl. For real. Just say, I'm not operating in fear, doubt, uncertainty. I am just not. Because the longer you stay in stuff and the more and more you talk negatively about the product of your own decision, the more and more you're making room, you're creating room for that to come back and hit you. So if you're talking about their family crazy, or they got mental problems, or they drinking problems, or they got demons and stuff like that, you're only sending that energy back to yourself versus saying, I need to add some structure. If I'm saying that I want to, if I'm going to be the truth, if I feel like I've done injustice to myself in the past, and something is trying to pull me back into this stubborn behavior, because you're a fixed sign. I would say this to any fixed sign. But there's something from your past is pulling you back, like, okay, I got to stay in something until I'm burned out, until I'm exhausted. So it's just like, who is telling you to do that? What shaped your emotions? What shaped that part of you between the ages of 8 and 14 years old? Whoever you were raised around. Maybe it was the church you were raised in, or the mosque, or the temple, or maybe it was your family. Maybe you saw that in your neighborhood with your friends' family, bunch of sword fight going on. But Source is saying to you, make sure you put yourself first. They may seem selfish to a lot of people to put yourself first, because pull your birth chart, find out what nurtures you, what sets you apart from every other Taurus on the planet. But if you've seen some stuff that you feel like that you've experienced before, I don't care who they are. Let me just put it that way. Because what they got, Source can bless you with it too. It doesn't matter what it is. It's not even about just the outer appearance. Source is saying to you, you are learning how to protect your peace. So if you're starting to see some things that just don't sit right in your spirit, don't matter whether they say it or not, because some things are normal for some people. It's just a bunch of toxicity in some people's family. And for you, you're saying, listen, if I've seen that toxicity in my own family and I'm working hard to heal myself and release all of that, I know good and well I'm not going to hold somebody else's buckets of dirty water. I'm not doing that. You can find that out in some conversations. I tell people, listen, all you need is one good cycle. I mean, sometimes you can see it right away. You're like, I'm good. But some for real, all you need is one good cycle, because the longer you stay in it, the more and more people will think, well, there's nothing wrong with me. I mean, I mean, so I definitely see people hold you in very high regard. And I definitely see you moving forward. So you and your person, see, there it is, Lover's card. Some kind of partnership in business and or in love is coming through, but sources say you're going to have to part ways with something that you've been scared to part ways with, because maybe somebody from your past has some secrets on you. They know something. I'm talking about family members in particular, okay? Maybe they know something about you that you don't want other people to know. Sources say you're going to have to part ways with them. You're going to have to, how can I say this and keep it on the throne? If family members are threatened to share something about you that they know about you, or like family, like they, how sometimes people say their friends are like family. If people are anybody that you've allowed to get that close to you is threatening, you're going to have to let karma can do a better job than anybody, because it's the energy they send out to the universe to hurt people that's going to come back to hit them. So, yeah. Yep, some judgment is coming down on some people, because people jump to some conclusions about you, and it doesn't, because we got all this sword energy right here. This started in somebody's family, people talking about people behind their back, and it's just a lot going on in the cards here. But I definitely feel like some family members are going to get some pink slips this year. Here we have the 10 of Pentacles right here, because some of y'all been so patient with your own family, and they still been talking about you behind your back, and who the product of your intelligent decision. This going to be the year that somebody's going to really settle down, meet their person, and y'all going to build a very rich legacy together. But some of your own family members have been trying to knock your crown off by trying to, just being very disrespectful to you and to whoever you bring around. And I feel like, I'm not sure who I'm talking to, but this is going to be the year. I'm seeing a lot of pink cups here. There's going to be some pink slips. So people are going to be getting some notices. Some of your family members, they won't be invited to the wedding. I can tell you that right now. They might as well not even get ready to get a suit or a dress. They can forget it, because they have messed up too many of somebody's relationships. Just all this chaos and confusion, can't control themselves, talking about people being messy. So yeah, what I say, a new romantic cycle begins. That's right. So it's going to be a lot of clutching of pearls and a lot of gasping, and I can't believe, hey, they might as well go ahead and get their speeches together, because if some of your family members have been messy in the past and have messed up some of your friendships and romantic relationships, or, trying to send you back into a lion's den, to tough it out, or that's the word, tough it out, or to whatever it is, sources say that won't be happening this year. I can tell you that right now. So get ready to be legacy, wealth, very rich legacy, and in a peaceful relationship. So invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. I'm finally ready, because a new romantic cycle, and just a thought of, it's just traumatic when you have messy family members that you can't bring people around, but you certainly not, like I said, as you're clearing out your own stuff with your own family, it is a requirement that in your prayer time, while somebody's feeling like a teenager again, like, okay, I got some new fresh prayers. I got some fresh prayers. That's it. They got to know what their purpose on this planet is. So it's no jealousy and envy. So they're not calling you 50,000 times a day. What time are you going to be home? What time are you going to be doing? Well, what time? Because they too busy in their operating in their purpose. Hey, nobody needs all that extra stress. They just as patient with you as you are with them. On top of that, they also deliver from their past as well. What else? They not chained to They not chained to their demons. They have gotten serious about adding some structure and serious about adding some structure to their ideas. They're not coming with a bunch of trash talking and negative and gossipy mess. No, y'all trying to build very rich legacy together. So yeah, shamanic wisdom. That's right. Get your mind together, because this is what somebody's been praying for, and it is here. It is here. So let's see what else we got going on here, Taurus. This is good. Yeah, start paying attention when we are talking. Before you even spend a dime taking somebody out on a date, whether you're a man or woman, don't matter what kind you date, men and you can date women, don't really matter who you date. My point is, start having some phone conversations with some people. Start training yourself to listen for buzzwords, keywords. Like, okay, I didn't talk to this person a couple of times. Something is right or something's not right, right? And so the thing that's not right, have that notepad sitting next to you while you're talking to people on the phone. So your new home awaits. That's it. Your new home awaits. That's right. That's right. That's right. Start tossing some things into a burning bowl. Tossing some things into a burning hole. Your new home awaits. Your mental health is just as important as your physical health. What I say? I don't joke about mental health, because you wouldn't walk around with a broken arm or broken leg, right? Well, why would you walk around with a broken heart and a broken spirit? Like, well, why would you do that to yourself? So you certainly not. You may hold space for some people and say, okay, yeah, and I heard you talked about that a couple of times, because I feel like the person, when you start saying you're ready to start dating again, or you're ready to have settled down and that kind of thing, source is going to send everything your way until you get very specific. Okay, that one. Okay, they made the cut. Okay, so let me narrow it down a little bit. But you can do all the upfront work by praying, being very intentional and deliberate. So I see somebody dancing around their home as if nobody is watching. So yeah, somebody is definitely in a really good space, because the things that you would have tolerated in the past, Taurus, those days are gone. You're not that person anymore. So yeah, somebody wants to call you, but they haven't changed. Lord have mercy. Here we go. Yeah, don't look back. Just don't look. I don't care who it is. Don't look back. You're not going that way. You have the gift of deja vu, remembering the future. Now that's the gift you really want to tap into, Taurus, because if you see something, remember I said before we even pull this card. If you see something that triggers a past thing where you had to pray your way out of a situation, you just get off the phone. Yeah, I can already see this not gonna work. Let me just get off the phone. I can already see this person don't know what their purpose is. Start asking people, do you know why? Oh my God. Start asking people, Taurus, do you know why you're here on planet Earth? That may be a very strange question, but you'd be surprised at how many people don't know. Oh, nobody's ever asked me that question. I need to know. Do you know why you're here? They're going to start telling you the job they have, how much money they have, how many degrees they have. But no, why are you here? Like basically you're asking them, how are you becoming a better human being for mankind? Like, what do you have to offer to help better somebody else's life, right? Because if you would ask them what the purpose is, they don't know. They don't even know if they're in the right job or not. So source is saying that your MC will help you to see if you're, that gives you some kind of idea of like the profession or whatever that you're in. But source is like, start asking some questions up front. Start asking some questions up front, because I don't see you going backwards. I can't. I'm trying to see it. And I have a lot of gifts. I cannot see you going backwards. Once you toss some things into a burning bowl, I can't see you going back. Because the moment somebody has been burned so bad in the past, somebody had to unzip in that suit and say, okay, I need to put on some fresh armor, because I don't know what that was. I just came away from. So, but you got to take it back to the root and see where it came from to begin with. And so your inner child is so proud of you. That baby is jumping. That baby is jumping up and down. So source wants you to do the mirror work. Keep doing the mirror work and pour into yourself more. That's right. Some people are gonna think it's selfish, but I'm telling you, you're gonna be so glad. Drink more water. That's a form of self-care. And don't forget to rest, because rest is a form of self-care also. So this is all about you. I'm telling you, the more you pour into yourself, I don't care who think you're being selfish, Taurus, do it. Because I'm telling you, this is the year somebody's going to be in a peaceful relationship and y'all are going to be making a lot of money together. You do not have time to sacrifice yourself anymore with energies who just don't know why they're here on planet Earth. They don't know if they're in the right career. They still trying to find themselves. And guess what? Even if it's not something that you believe in, you got to take, you got to have mad respect for a person to know why they are here on planet Earth. They may not even align with you. Maybe they read cards, and maybe religious or something like that. You can say, okay, I respect that. That's just not my thing. I'm good. But you don't have anything. But versus staying into something where you feel like, okay, the sex is great. They make me laugh. But yeah, it's that one thing. They don't know why they here. They don't know how, so I'm telling you, it can get down. You can have a list of 10 things, Taurus. And when you get to that one thing, at first it's all fun and games until you realize, oh my God. Yeah. No more staying in stuff until you just stressed out, stressed to the highest of stressivity. We're not doing that. No, you won't be doing that. So I definitely see you cutting some energies off, and the family members could be like family. They just messy, just flat out messy. Kindness. I am full of loving kindness. I am full of goodwill toward those around me. I am surrounded by warmth. I embrace all wholehearted kindness. I'm grateful for generosity shared by others. My smile could make someone's day. I allow the kindness in my heart to run free. Yep. That's right. Allow the kindness in your heart to run free. But I'm telling you, don't sacrifice yourself anymore. Like I said, some people gonna think that you're being selfish, but communicate that up front and start asking some questions. Make some determination before you start thinking the worst of people and saying, man, I cannot believe I gave so much time to something. Now my emotions have been manipulated and I'm flaming hot mad. So yeah, I definitely feel like some friendships, some adjustments are going to be, some changes are going to be made around here. Some friendships are going to, some people going to get demoted, or they're going to flat out receive a pink slip. Some family members are going to be demoted. The level of access that people used to have to you, they won't have the same level of access. Some of your exes, you used to be able to call you and lean on you for emotional support, even while you're in a current relationship. They won't. They're going to call you and get that voicemail. They're going to get that voicemail. Either your number has been changed, or they're going to go straight to voicemail and keep calling. They're going to realize, oh, they had me blocked. However they need to get the message, however you need to get the message across, this is your year, Taurus, to get your prayers answered. You want to be in peaceful, healthy relationships. Some of your family members, if they disrespect your new person, coming into your life, you're going to handle it right then and there in front of the person and the person who is being disrespectful. You must not love me to treat the product of my intelligent decision the way you treating them. So let's get this aired out right here. So it's going to be a lot of major changes happening. So like I said, it's going to be a lot of pearl clutching and a lot of gasping going on. But nevertheless, you're going to get that message across loud and clear. You're going to get that message across loud and clear. Let me see if there's any other messages from your ancestors, because I feel like I just feel it's coming through really strong. Somebody is not playing. Somebody's getting, I'm seeing this Emperor card. Somebody is very serious. Somebody is very serious about, adding some structure and enforcing your boundaries. This card is coming out a lot for a lot of people. Faye. Not everything is as it may seem. Be cautious, dear one, for there's a story beneath the tale. So yeah, you that old you that was just so super patient with people till you start sacrificing yourself. I can't see that for you all. I see this is the year, you saying this is the year of wealth, and I deserve to be in healthy relationships where people are just as balanced out as I am. That's what I'm seeing. And you could be nice, as sweet as apple pie, man or woman, don't really matter. But if we're not on the same frequency with some stuff, Number 3, I am charismatic. So make sure you're on the light side of the number 3, because it looks like a lot of lemons and bricks have been thrown against you, and you're trying to rebuild, right? So make sure you're not so busy being stubborn that you miss the message, Taurus, okay? Expression comes naturally to you. You are very skilled at communicating your thoughts. That's what I'm talking about right there. Through conversation and creative pursuits, you're able to get others on board with your ideas. Nothing negative. That comes from people overstaying their time in other people's universe. Now I'm frustrated, I'm mad, I'm this and that. But if you have your prayers, like you put your list together, source, I want this, and thank you for this. You're saying, source, I thank you for this, that, and like very intentional and deliberate, and saying, and so when you start attracting, what you want, at least the outer shell, then you have some conversation, you got some questions to ask, right? Because this is serious. This is your life. So you're not doing any more injustices to yourself. I'm telling you, it's a lot of stuff that's going to be happening this year where a lot of people are going to be living their absolute best life. And it's going to be a lot of people that's miserable because they're too afraid to take it all the way down to the lower chakras and start the inner cleansing process and releasing ancestral family childhood traumas. And also there's a lot of people that's too afraid to tell other people. I held space. But you kind of, now you starting getting this sense of entitlement. You want me to always answer the phone. You always want me to be there. I'm always supposed to be doing something, holding your toxicity. I'm not doing that. So I don't know if it's going to be a gradual pink slip of giving, or it's going to be a warning where people are demoted. They won't have the same level of access. But whatever is happening, some stuff about to be shaken up. Some stuff. Y'all are not playing, Taurus. Some stuff is about to go down. And I mean, I wish that I could be a buffer for some of y'all family members, but I think y'all gonna be having some conversations with some people, and it's not gonna feel good for some people. They're gonna wonder what's gotten into you and who's been talking to you. Hey, you've been talking to God. That's what I have for you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.